everybody. I'm going to give you guys some time to join me before I begin. Let me know once you guys start pouring in so I know I'm not speaking to myself. Mm. Hey, loving Lisa. Hey, Miss Thompson to you. How are you ladies doing this Sunday afternoon? I am trying to edit the chat before I begin this reading, but I don't know if I can. Um, yes, Steak, I am doing great, but you're doing better, obviously. Yes, Steak. That sounds very delicious. Okay, so I'm just gonna let the chat do what it does. Um, if the trolls come, then the trolls come. One second. Community moderation. Give me 1 second, you guys, and then I'm going to start with this Little Ronnie reading. It was a request. And I didn't feel like editing and recording a video. So here I am. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can edit the chat. Favorite track off of I Am Music. Whose album is that? Somebody tell me, please. You guys, I'm coming in 1 second. Okay. All right. So, Little Ronnie, someone asked me to do a reading on him, and I've never heard the Janae Aiko album, Sunny Long or Sunny Long. I've never heard it. All right. So this reading is going to be on Little Ronnie. I am not that well versed in this case, other than the fact that I know that this was a young man whose life was taken by gun violence. His life as well as his, I believe, 5-year-old baby girl. So God bless and my condolences to them. His name, I believe, was Little Ronnie. It says he was chased and shot dead, shot with his daughter. I know that I have seen clips of his child's mother and his daughter's mother, the child's mother, and people have a lot of discourse about the way she chooses to grieve. I know that they raised a substantial amount of money in the GoFundMe, and they seem to be turning up, bottles and liquor and other extracurricular activity, a lot of turn up. I know that much about the case. That's just what I've seen on the blog. So anyways, since happy Sunday, Ethereal Beauty. I hope that you are doing great. Let me know how your day is going. So I am just going to go ahead and look into this situation and see what I see. For those of you who are viewing me for the first time, I am Adina. You guys are Beyond the Veil. God bless you all on this Sunday. All right, let's get started. Something in my mind wants me to start with an oracle for Mr. Ronnie. And let me see if I can find on Google his real name. Lil Ronnie and daughter. Okay. All right. Suspect used girlfriend's car in fatal shooting. His name is Ronnie Sibley and his 5-year-old daughter. And out of respect for them, I just want to at least get one of their full names. Little Ronnie, better known as Ronnie Sibley. I don't know the daughter's name, but here we go. Most all right. All right, I'm going to get an oracle card on the matter, not for Lil Ronnie, but on his passing. I'm going to see what the oracles have to say about his passing. Most High Mother and Father God, thank you for this beautiful Sunday. Thank you for this gift that you've given me. Thank you for YouTube for being such a successful platform that allows me to connect with so many people. And thank you for the people that are joining me on this live today. Spirit, can you please allow me to conjure up a message from the divine through the oracles about the passing of Ronnie Sibley, aka Little Ronnie, and his 5-year-old baby girl. Spirit, I would like a message about his passing, about the matter of his passing, about the situation that brought about he and his daughter's passing. Spirit, can you give me an oracle message about the passing of Ronnie Sibley, aka Little Ronnie? Step out of your comfort zone. Where was he? Let me see. Where was he? He was at a car wash exiting a vehicle. Oh no, he was vacuuming his vehicle. 2 suspects arrived at the car wash at about 10:48 a.m., exiting a vehicle and walking towards Sibley where he was vacuuming his vehicle. And then they opened fire on him in the vehicle. He was trying to flee, but the suspects walked him down. The suspects have been identified. All right, step out of your comfort zone. Obviously, he was outside of his car. Obviously, his guards were down because he was with his baby girl. I don't think he suspected this, so I don't know what the narrative is, if there's any rumor that he had beef, but at this moment, his guards were down. He was comfortable. It was 10 o'clock in the morning, almost 11 o'clock in the morning. Again, he was with his baby girl. For that time of the day, I'm wondering if someone got a drop on him. Have faith in your dreams. In reverse. And then your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. I wonder if this is his first or only child. Believe in the impossible. So, off rip, there seems to be something very surprising about this situation, and maybe not surprising, so to speak, that there's an element of surprise, but something we never would have thought about this situation, I believe. Be bold and make the first move is in reverse. Ooh. I'm curious to know about the circumstances about him being with his daughter that morning. Was he with his child's mother? Did they have a relationship? Did they live together? Were they co-parenting, which is why he was with the girl, his baby girl? If anyone knows, let me know. Spirit, please tell me about your commitment is being tested. Why is this card here and it's in reverse? Why is this oracle card here? Your commitment is being tested. Obviously, somebody wanted this done. I know that he was supposed to be a rapper. If this was not someone in, someone that has some sort of interest in the music industry, then this is someone close to him. Step out of your comfort zone. It seems as though maybe for some time that morning they had been tailing him. I don't know if they knew that someone else was in the car, but it seems like he was never going to make it through that day because someone had been either tailing him or had intimate details of his actions and activities, at least from the night prior up until that moment that he was at the car wash. It almost seems like a perfect opportunity, and I wonder if he got a phone call because of this on the bottom. Not him, but the shooters. I wonder if they got a phone call. I wonder if someone called them after that young man left his house, or if they were at his house watching him. Someone betrayed him. There was someone close to him that betrayed Lil Ronnie. I'll say that much. Let me look into the Hermit. Someone knew that he would be alone at that moment. And so I don't know if it's already well known because I don't know a lot about this case, but it wasn't random. It wasn't like they were just riding by and saw him and it was the perfect opportunity. That's not the case. I feel like they knew where to find him and that he was supposed to be alone and not on guard, with his guard down. Like I said, it was early in the morning. Now, about him being, here's the child's mother card, but here's the High Priestess in reverse next to her and the Three of Swords. I was kind of waiting for her to show up. here's the card that I usually see indicative of jail behind the Empress in reverse. I don't know if he and his child's mother were together at the time. Not saying that. All right. Let me do a full spread on this matter. And let me go ahead and call up little Ronnie. Off rip, it makes me think of, because of step out of your comfort zone, he should have, according to nature, made it through that day. But according to someone who wasn't loyal to him, he didn't. That's what it makes me feel like. Feels like a setup somewhere in the midst, but that may be obvious at this point. All right. Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, soul, and collective energy of Ronnie. Okay, let me just read a little bit more. Forest Hill, it does. It was too early in the morning and they definitely got the job. Absolutely. Forest Hill police reveal one of the suspects in the early March fatal shooting of Fort Worth little Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter. The suspect used his girlfriend's vehicle to allegedly commit the crime. So maybe that's the Empress in reverse that I saw. On March 6th, police arrested such and such Adonis Robinson, and Jacoby Russell turned himself in a day later. They're both facing capital unalivement charges in the death of Ronnie Sibley. Okay. All right. When officers arrived, Sibley was found on the ground near the car wash, and his daughter was found in the front passenger seat of a Dodge Challenger. And this is CBS News that I'm reading. Okay. Ronnie Sibley, Most High Mother and Father God, please allow me to conjure up the spirit, the soul, and the collective energy of Ronnie Sibley. Yes, the recently departed Ronnie Sibley. Spirit, soul, collective energy of Ronnie Sibley. Lil Ronnie, from what you knew, or allow me from your soul's perspective to see what happened to you on the day that you and your daughter were taken from this 3D earth. Hi, Angel. Hi, by Capricorn. Lil Ronnie, from your soul's perspective, and keep nothing from me, please. Allow me to see the circumstances surrounding the passing of you and your daughter. What happened from your soul's perspective? That way I can see all the events surrounding it that led up to it. What happened to you all for these two young men to take your life? Angel and by Capricorn, how are you ladies doing today? All right. I don't think this man was expecting this at all. Not one bit. I don't know if there's any rumors about him having a beef with someone, but at least at this moment, what if he did, he wasn't expecting anything to come of it. Completely caught unawares, I believe. Someone very intimate to him must have told these two gentlemen, maybe a girl, maybe a woman is involved, maybe. Challenging position though is that someone that he had intimate conversations with, at least, or an intimate relationship, I believe gave the drop on where he would be at that moment. Five Cups in the past, I don't know how long it was since he and his child's mother had broken up. Child's mother, someone else. It seems that he had had a falling out or maybe a loss of some relationship with someone, but he was over it. He wasn't feeling any loss about it, but maybe the other party was still feeling away. There's a relationship that he used to have in his life that he no longer has, that he was okay with no longer having. I don't know about the other party though. Hi, JD. How are you and how was your date? Near future, they should have already had his funeral, correct? His family is banding together because, and there's a lot of money that has been accumulated as a result of this man and his child's passing and all of the notoriety around it. There may be even more money pouring in to the people surrounding him. I see a lot of his family and close loved ones around each other. Even if the funeral has already happened, they're still in close proximity to each other just because this was such a tragic passing and because there's been so much media coverage over it, at least social media coverage. So much money has been raised. People are going to stick around each other. Family, that maybe haven't even talked in years, they're now coagulating, so to speak. I'm doing well, JD. Keep trying, girl. Crowning him. Crowning him is the King of Pentacles in reverse. Again, there's a lot of money that has been accumulated off of his passing, but I also wonder if there was a price on his head, literally. And the Wheel of Fortune so below. There are parties who put this event into motion. So there are people involved besides just the two people who did it. There are other parties involved, and all of them set this in motion for this to happen. I believe there was a price on his head. The World. Now, what I think may not have been accounted for is someone else passing with him. And I don't think what was accounted for was all the publicity surrounding this case. This makes me think that maybe, you guys don't hold me to this, but until I'm done and until I clarify, maybe, just maybe, one or some of the involved parties have also been in the public. You guys see similarities to this card? Four corners, four entities in each corner. Only two are accounted for, and those are the ones who actually did the act. But there are other parties involved that spun this event into action. I don't think that they expected for someone else to go with him, but I also think I'm curious about the baby mama. I'm just curious about her. Just curious. Ten of Swords in reverse. The little girl wasn't supposed to go. They didn't know someone else was in the car with him, I believe, because of this card. And this makes me think that he ran away from the car so that they didn't shoot up the car because he knew that his daughter was in there. I think at the time of his passing, his thoughts were to his daughter. Hopes and fears, King of Cups. This was him being at the car wash. And so somebody's hope was that he was at that location. Someone's hope was that it got done while he was at the car wash. So my curiosities were to who he spoke to that morning, who he might have been on the phone with, like, hey, I'm on the way to the car wash real quick. Da-da-da-da-da. Who all knew that he would be at the car wash? The outcome is actually sad, because this makes me think of the person who has been enjoying or partying the most. Who's been partying the most? Who's been enjoying the money the most? Turning up with all the liquor and the drugs and the music and the people. That's what this card makes me think of as the outcome. I'm going to clarify this, but maybe by Capricorn, maybe. This is someone who doesn't seem to be grieving as much as they should. Maybe, just maybe, there's a reason. Maybe they gave a drop, but for some reason didn't know that two people would be in there. Nine of Cups. This man, even in his passing, seems to be focused on how his child's mother seems to grieve. I'm not saying anything other than I think, based on my opinion of the dead, when I believe that I hear them speak, I believe that the attention is drawn towards the way someone is grieving. I'll just say that because I don't want to say everything that's running through my mind right now just yet. The Magician. The Magician. I'm going to pose a question. Hi, Christine. I'm going to pose a question. What if the person who seems to be the most turned up right now also was the person who made it happen? That's just a question. What if the person who seems to be enjoying the parties, the money, the liquor, the music, the friends, what if that person was actually the magician in the situation? Just what if? What if that magician ordered a hit? same wand. What if? What if? Because they're holding the same wand. What if this person ordered a hit, but for some reason didn't anticipate losing something so valuable to them? A little page. I want to look at the Page of Pentacles in reverse because someone knew he would be at the car wash. Someone gave the drop. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, in the hopes of fears. I said someone's hope was that he'd be in place. Page of Pentacles in reverse. How did this baby girl get caught up in this? Hey, Jose. Greetings, Brazil. I would love to visit you guys one day if you would have me. I want to eat. As soon as I get there, I want to eat. I want to listen to some great Brazilian music. I want to visit some of you guys' spiritual and historical sites. You don't speak English? Yo habla un poquito español. Un poquito. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Hi, Eba H. I think that when he spoke to whomever he spoke to, that probably knew he would be at the car wash. Maybe, just maybe, he didn't say that he had the girl with him. Maybe he had communicated that he was going to do something else with the baby girl, but change his plan. He didn't communicate something when he spoke to whoever he spoke to who put the drop on him. I believe what he didn't communicate was that he still had his baby girl with him. And that person was not anticipating that loss. This makes me think of the child's mother. King of Swords reversed, because that's him not communicating, I believe, that he had the baby with him. Hi, Ebony. Hi, D-Val. Happy Sunday, you guys. How are you? The little girl wasn't supposed to be with him, at least according to whomever put the drop on him. He spoke to someone that day. They didn't think that the girl was with him. That's not something that he shared. He may have spoken to a few people that morning. One of those people put the drop on him, but they didn't know that he had the girl with him. He didn't share that, or he wasn't supposed to, based on what he did share. Maybe the arrangement was for him to have her, but drop her off somewhere and then go to the car wash. Maybe someone expected him to have his daughter, but not have her with him at the car wash. Hi, not yours, 143. It's Sunday, Reflex. The Lovers, because that's the conversation he had that put the drop on him. The person who isn't grieving as they should be. Remember, this is on the bottom? And it said it made me think about the mother, because she isn't really... This is the epitome of, yeah, they got my baby, but I ain't worried about it. This is a card of worry. I ain't worried about it. That's who he spoke to that morning, I believe, or I believe that's who put the drop on him. The same person who said, yeah, they got my baby, but I ain't worried about it. It's kind of almost like she can't grieve, because if you put the drop on somebody, but you just didn't expect your baby to be in the car, then it's almost like I can't be mad at myself because I put the drop on him. I just didn't know he was going to have a baby in the car. So I caused it, which is why I'm not really worried about it. It seems as though it's difficult for her to really mourn like a mother who lost her child because of this, the drop. I've said this before, but sometimes this gives me the mother card outside of the Empress when a mother doesn't behave like a mother. I believe if she knew her daughter was in the car, she would not have placed a drop. I believe that. If anybody knows Lil Ronnie close to him, find out if he spoke to the baby mama that morning. Text, spoke to. Maybe, just maybe, he was supposed to have dropped her off or not had her with him when he did, but he still did. Two of Cups in the challenging position. The person who was involved with this, I believe, is also benefiting from it. I believe this Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, I believe is his child's mother. But it seems like the spirits won't allow me to pull the Empress because of what she's done. I believe she put the drop on him. The child's mother, period. Behind the price on his head, the drop. They had some kind of communication to where she would know his location. But she thought he was alone, I believe. And also may have thought, if, say for instance, if his daughter spent the night with him, she would probably think that the child stayed at the house while he ran his errands if there was someone else at the house. For some reason, they all thought he was alone, including the person who put the drop on him. Despite how she grieves openly, I think when she found out this happened, she was sick finding out that the girl was in the car. Not necessarily with mourning the loss of a child, but sick like OF. OF. Now, before I wrap this up, I'm just going to ask outright, because I didn't pull the Empress, but I'm pretty sure. Spirit, the mother of the child of little Ronnie, who passed away with him. Spirit, was she involved anyway in the passing of little Ronnie and eventually and ultimately the passing of her daughter? Saint Germain and champagne in a Ciroc glass. I'm a little bit tipsy, but you guys didn't even notice, did you? It's not knowing where the baby at. For instance, like if your baby's spending a night with their daddy And maybe, just maybe, there are other people around. If he stayed at his mama house, or maybe he be at his mom's house, it could be like she with her daddy, but he probably gonna be at the mama house, and so the baby might be at the mama house while he run off and run his errands or something like that. It would be something like that. Not her just not knowing where the baby is, but not knowing that the baby was in the car. Probably she would think that the baby was somewhere, you know, watching cartoons and eating breakfast or something that time of the morning while he ran his errand. Spirit, did the mother of the Lil Ronnie's daughter, did she have any involvement in Lil Ronnie's passing and ultimately her child's passing? Did she have any involvement? Ten of Cups reverse. Eight of Wands. Judgment. Before I answer that, I want to clarify the Ten of Cups in reverse. I believe that she spoke to him at some point, and but did not know that the baby girl was in the car, I believe, with that devil in reverse. I keep hearing dropped off, so it makes me think that the girl was supposed to have been dropped off somewhere. Devil in reverse. Two of Wands reverse. Somebody didn't know that he was in the car with someone else. It seems as though maybe, I don't know where he was prior to that, maybe at his family member's house. I don't know if the little girl was supposed to have been with his family or something. It seems like someone, maybe, if someone knew that he had his daughter that day, they thought that maybe she would have been around some other family members, but not with him. I think maybe even being in his custody that day, it could have been a few people who the baby typically could have been around. You know how the daddies pick up the kids and then, drop them off at their mama house, and it's always other people, or their sister house or something like that. It seems like there could have been a number of people who the baby could have been with, even while she was with in her dad's custody. I'm most curious about the arrangement between the baby mama and Lil Ronnie and the daughter. What was that arrangement like? Who did he tip? Did he live alone when he when he had his daughter? Was it just him and the daughter? Was there anybody else usually around them? Because it seems like someone thought that the girl wouldn't have been with him at that moment. Somebody felt like while she's with her father, there are other people who she could have or should have been with instead of going to the car wash with Lil Ronnie. Someone almost blames him. Here she is, behind the communication that they did have or the plan that she knew about. It's almost like I wouldn't have put the drop in, but I didn't know that my innocent child was in there. Not yours. I'll ask if it was a sacrifice, but it's the same energy. When you put a hit out on somebody, that is a sacrifice. You're sacrificing them for whatever peace you wanted in your life with them gone. Having something to do and taking someone's life that isn't yours to give is always a sacrifice, because it always comes with a price. The potential of jail, the potential of some sort of energetic or karmic retribution. So it's always a sacrifice. Now, whether it's an industry related sacrifice, that's what I'll ask for you. Spirit, we know that little Ronnie Sidley was a rapper. Spirit, was his unalivement a sacrifice of some sort from someone else attempting to maybe gain some sort of notoriety or clout off of him? Was it like an industry related sacrifice? Or was this somebody greedy who put a drop on this man, put a price on him, but ultimately ended up paying more than they anticipated? Whoever did this, they weren't trying to be in the industry. Whoever did this lost more than they gained. It seems as though they lost a family member. And it seems as though this was a hit in order. This person would be the person giving the hit. These two people here would be the people carrying out the plan, listening to the orders that's given, carrying it out. There seems to have been some beef, some drama somewhere in this. I don't know if it's like a street beef or drama, but somewhere within these Five of Wands, someone that shouldn't have had a hand in this fight did. And again, the Empress always comes out in reverse, maybe because they weren't married. But I continue to get these cards together, and it almost makes me feel like if I had known that my baby was in that car, I wouldn't have called it in. That's just what I think, though. Spirit, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I wonder what the relationship was like between the baby mama and Lil Ronnie. He may have thought, someone in his life, he may have thought that they were in his life for a positive reason, or even someone that was harmless, but he was wrong about them. This is someone that he might have considered family, or never would have thought they would take someone that they considered family. This was so unexpected for him. He just didn't see this coming. Not that day, and not from the people who actually had something to do with this. Um, Spirit, Lil Ronnie, one card. How do you feel about your child's mother? One card in closing. How do you feel about the mother of your child? Seemingly grieving and mourning you and you guys' daughter together. Did he do taxes? I think I heard the baby mama call him the tax man or something like that. What does Lil Ronnie feel about and towards his child's mother currently? Well, for one, she just lost a child. And the child's father. King of Swords, I wonder if they spoke. Queen of Wands. Five of Pentacles. I'm curious about the police's interest in the child's mother as well. I also do not see grief for this young lady, but I do see something else unsettled, an unsettled energy. One that only shows to herself when she's alone. That's where she feels things, but not the Five of Cups. It's an uneasiness. Because her baby girl wasn't supposed to be lost in the sauce. I do believe this is her ignoring how social media wants her to react and choosing to party instead. All right, you guys. That is what I have for little Ronnie. Um, Spirit, when it comes to little Ronnie's baby's mother who lost her child, Spirit, what will be the outcome for her in 3 cards? Will she fare well in the future despite having lost a baby girl? Will she fare well despite having lost her baby girl? What will be the outcome for the child's mother, Lil Ronnie's baby's mother? once she runs through that money, she will be back to the same lifestyle she lived. The only difference is not having that girl. I hear income taxes. I believe Lil Ronnie did taxes, maybe. She called him the tax man. He might have helped her, get a lot of money for her taxes because of the kids. I hear a dependent less, so less money. Something more about poverty than loss. The Five of Cups will be grief. Five of Pentacles is grief due to the material loss, not the emotional loss, but the material loss. And maybe, just maybe, for someone who lives the lifestyle she does, this is the way she grieves. This is the loss that she knows. So I'm not judging that. I see police here, though, with the King of Swords and some Two of Pentacles. I know the police have two suspects. I do believe that the police feel like they have the right suspects in jail. I feel like they feel like if the baby mama did have some involvement, the two young men aren't telling. There seems to have been some organization in Lil Ronnie's unaliving. There are at least 5 people probably who are in the know or involved. All right. Child. And how will she live with this, Spirit? How will she live with this? I was asking, how will she live with this based off of what I just saw? Like this. Like this. This is a story about people in the hood, in the ghetto, not the ones that are trying to make a better life for themselves and get out. These is the ratchets. Live a life of poverty, but still find a way for all of the pleasures of life, like liquor, like weed, like sex, like making babies that you can't afford, like assistance, like scamming, like it smells like that. It smells like having your picture printed in the hair store because you be stealing. Not saying this is her, I'm saying what it smells like. It smells like it smells just like what it's been looking like. Good luck to her. Good luck to all involved. And God bless the innocent baby that was lost. By all means, this man wasn't expecting to lose his life this day and wasn't in a position to defend himself. So God bless the lives that were lost. God bless the family of those who lost someone in this case. And God bless you all.